Record. All right, and we are recording.
Okay. Hi, folks. Thank you for those attending, and as always, we will have a recording that we'll be able to pass on to those who signed up and were not able to attend. As I do with all of my presentations, a little bit of information on ourselves at AlmonTravel. We've been in business since 2003. It's 2 years before I retired from teaching high school for 33 years. We have, as most agencies do, various specialties. We can do FITs, which is individual bookings, of course, but we would like to promote special groups that will allow you to travel with your family and friends and others within the CARP organization. Destination weddings is one of the specialties that translates into a knowledge about organizing group travel. And certainly the destination we're going to be talking about today would be wonderful for extended family groups. Anniversary trips, same thing. Extended family Florida trips. We focus on theme park vacations like Universal Studios. So Caribbean adult only or family vacations, being involved with destination weddings and doing a lot of our resort inspections for that has made us well versed in where it's great to go for if you're an adult only interested in that kind of vacation or a family vacation. River cruises, 10 different itineraries around the world, including Asia and Egypt, as well as Europe and the Mississippi. And of course, ocean cruises. We have made it a point to take a number of cruises that are popular amongst the traveling public, and we can advise you on that. Travel conditions, week by week, we are seeing changes and differences. In Canada, we know that the Prime Minister has made some fairly strict rules about travel outside the country, but we also know that that vaccines are in place, and even though they were down to an absolute trickle over the last month or so, apparently those will be back on track fairly soon. And I know that in Nova Scotia, we are anticipating everybody being vaccinated by September. So I think that will give us a much better view as to options for travel. And certainly if you're going to be planning ahead, which most people do, if that seems to be taking place, then perhaps it might be worthwhile to have a look at some of your travel options. This is the 19th presentation of about 30 planned, which occur at 6:30 every Tuesday, now into late March. The CARP travel website will be updated with the latest info, including a recording of this presentation within the next couple of days. I ask your help in spreading these presentations and recordings to your family and friends. Also would like to note that we are opening a section on solo travel, and within the CARP presentation, CARP membership, certainly there will be some request for that, I'm sure. If you have any ideas on other popular topics to do presentations on, certainly feel free to get in touch with me through the CARP website. Our connection with CARP is through Bill Van Gorder, who is the COO and Chief Policy Officer for CARP National, as well as the founding chair for CARP Nova Scotia, in addition to being senior spokesperson for CARP in the Maritimes. Our connection with Bill was through a charitable foundation that he helped to organize, so we got to know each other very well. As a result, he asked us to book a couple of nice trips for him, and we got to know each other quite well. He asked us if we would become the travel agency of choice for CARP Nova Scotia. So that's where we are and where we hope to move forward to once travel is safe. I'd like to take this time to introduce Lidia Marxer, Business Development Manager for Universal Parks and Resort Vacations, who will be introducing us to one of the premier theme park experiences in the world and highlighting what is new and upcoming at this delightful destination. Lidia, please take it away.
Well, thank you so much. And I think I've accidentally hidden my camera. I don't know what I did with it. It's disappeared. You see me?
I do see you, yes.
You do see me?
I do.
Oh,
Yes.
good. I'm glad you see me because I don't see myself. So good stuff. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Danny. And hello, everyone. So I'm really excited to be sharing some really cool stuff with you today about traveling to Universal Orlando Resort. Of course, yes, as Danny was talking about, as we all know, we do have some strict travel restrictions right now in Canada. So something in the near future probably is going to be happening. However, travel will open up again. So this is a great time to start thinking about and dreaming about travel. There's been many different statistics that have been, circulating recently and saying that just booking a vacation and just having something to look forward to is a really great way to keep that, this time that we're going through right now in the winter in Canada, and it can be kind of tough right now not being able to travel. But just putting that, that vacation idea in your mind, traveling, and of course with your family as well. Multi-generational families is something that we certainly specialize in and has really taken off over the years, is doing those multi-generational groups to Universal, of course, grandparents traveling with their kids and their grandkids. So it's a great destination, and there's something for everybody. And I think I'll definitely touch upon that as we go through the slides. So just bear with me for 1 second here. I'm just going to try to stop my video. There we go. I do find it can be a little, and I'm just going to hide you, Danny, for a quick second. It can be distracting when you're looking at somebody talking and looking at the slides as well. So I can certainly start my video again at the end when I finish the PowerPoint presentation. So there is also a section in chat. If you do have any questions, you can certainly put any questions in there as well, and we can talk about that. So first, I'm going to talk a little bit about reopening our parks. Now, again, I know that when you do consider coming down to Universal, things could again look quite different than they do right now. However, we did reopen. Now, I'm based in Toronto, so I'm not actually in Orlando, but we did reopen back in June of last year. So I would like to say it's been a very successful reopening. The safety protocol is top notch. I've had many of my travel agents that have traveled down to Universal and have really complimented me on the way that they felt safe and secure, and how the safety protocol is quite good. So I'm just going to share a little bit about that with you. Of course, keeping in mind this is a moving target here, and it's a very fluid situation that we're going through right now, and things will be changing and ever evolving as we move throughout the year with our safety protocol. However, as you can see here, our parks did reopen back in June, and of course, you're just going to refer to our website for hours of operation and so forth. However, those are the current hours of operation. So just to give you a little bit of idea as to what's happening in the parks right now with our safety guidelines, face coverings are required, are mandatory, as our temperature checks are also required before entering the parks and also entering the hotels, and I'll talk about the hotels specifically in a moment. And then we've got the other safety guidelines where, of course, washing hands often, and there's lots of signage all throughout the park, so you really kind of know where you can find all of that. Social distancing, of course, as well is required. We are at a limited capacity in the parks as well, of course, to help with social distancing. Floor markings, very easy to be able to see where you're going to stand before you're going on a ride and so forth. So that's all very well done with regards to all of that. It's not hard to figure all that stuff out. Of course, avoiding people that appear to be sick, that's quite common sense there. Using hand sanitizer, of course, when required, and you're going to find hand sanitizer all throughout the parks as well. Very easy to find that, and follow team member direction as well when required. So we are limiting capacity and of course following social distancing guidelines throughout all of the attractions, the restaurants, the shops throughout the entire destination. And of course increasing our already aggressive cleaning and disinfecting procedures and also cleaning the high-touch surfaces as well. And as you can see in that picture, we are staggering rows as well on rides when required to be able to put distance between the different parties. All of the team members at Universal Orlando do undergo temperature checks and wear face coverings, and also have participated in extensive training of the procedures. And so guests are required to wear face coverings, as I mentioned, on all of the attractions. The only exception are attractions that include a significant amount of water. So there are some of those water rides in our Islands of Adventure Park and also Volcano Bay, which is our water theme park. So unless there's a significant amount of water, then you do need to keep your face coverings on at all times. And team members will provide guests with hand sanitizer that is required prior to boarding a ride vehicle as well. So that is mandatory. Also, we are handing out the 3D glasses instead of picking them up yourself. Interactive play areas are currently closed as our single rider lines have been eliminated temporarily. And as I mentioned already, there will be staggered spacing on the ride vehicles and in the queue lines to help place distance between all groups. You just check back with us for any the latest information, latest and the greatest on all of that. And then talk a little bit about the hotels. We have some spectacular hotels, and once we finish with all the rules, we'll jump into the fun stuff and talk about the product and with the parks and also at our fabulous hotels. However, we have the Hard Rock Hotel, the Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort, the Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel, Cabana Bay Beach Resort, and also Universal's Endless Summer Resort. Is now open. So we've got quite a few hotels that aren't open, which we are very excited about. And we also have some great safety measures as well throughout all of the hotels, where all of our guests and team members are required to wear face coverings in all the public areas, as well as you're going to have those temperature checks. So you are going to be given a wristband once you've had your temperature checked, regardless of whether you're in the park or the hotel. So it's a different color. So then whoever is, handling that, at the front entrance, also in security with regards to the parks are going to know that you already had your temperature check that day. So if you are in the hotel and you're not going to go to the parks that day, you do have to go back down to the lobby and have your temperature checked again the next day. So again, just safety protocol. And of course, if there is a temperature above, as you can see there, 100.4 degrees, then you will require medical clearance before being able to enter the hotel. Enhanced cleaning and guest room disinfecting, of course, all the meeting areas, the public areas, and all throughout. Hand sanitizer, not hard to find as well. Food and beverage outlets are, of course, going to be at a limited capacity, and so forth. So there's lots of different ways to be able to experience the hotel contact-free as well, as you can see there with the hotel texting service, express checkout, and contactless room delivery. So all the safety precautions have been put into place. And just, of course, bear in mind that, the pool may be closed for an additional amount of time because of all these safety protocols in the fitness center and so forth. Hotel transportation is still operational. We do have water taxis and resort shuttles. Face coverings are required, limited capacity, and of course, increased cleaning and disinfecting of all these different modes of transportation as well. We do talk a lot about the app. So the contact-free app, which is really the way to go, where you can order meals on the go with the mobile express pickup, get virtual line return times, and so forth. So very, very important to download the latest version of the Universal Orlando app before you travel, because that's going to be your best friend. It's going to be your best friend anytime, but especially now, when there is limited capacity, there's lots of other cool stuff that is contact-free on the app. So just important to be able to download that latest version. Okay, so now we finished with all the rules and regulations. So now we can talk about the fun stuff. So here's the park map of Universal Orlando Resort. So we are comprised, and I'm just going to move my cursor around here so you can see, we are comprised of 3 parks. Universal Studios Florida, that originally was built in 1990. So that's how long we've been in Orlando. 9 years later came Islands of Adventure. And gosh, it's been 5 years now that we opened Volcano Bay, our water theme park. So we have 3 parks, and then we have 8 hotels. We've got the Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel, the Hard Rock Hotel, the Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort, the Lowe's Sapphire Falls Resort, Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort, Universal's Aventura Hotel, and then we have Universal's Endless Summer Resort, which is comprised of 2 hotels, the Surfside Inn and Suites, and also the Dockside Inn and Suites. So And with regards to our hotels, we've really hit it with all the different theming that we have and all the different price points. And we'll talk a little bit more about the hotel specifically in a moment. We also have our entertainment complex City Walk located between both parks. There are lots of great shopping, dining, nightlife as well at City Walk. Nightlife is closed right now, but something that will come back later on this year. So again, ever evolving, but lots of fun things to do in City Walk and lots of great dining, lots of great restaurants in City Walk. So just to kind of show you how close everything is in proximity at Universal, we've got the water taxis that will pick you up at the dock of your hotel, bring you along the water, and then drops you off right here at the dock of City Walk. So not all of our hotels are connected by water taxi. It kind of stops here at Sapphire Falls. As you can see, the lagoon doesn't continue. However, with all of these hotels, you can take that water taxi. It is complimentary and runs every 15 minutes when you are staying on site at one of our hotels. So we do have hotels, as you can see, that are not connected by water taxi. They're all walkable, or you can also take the shuttle transportation that is provided. With regards to how close are the parks to each other, well, I can tell you that it takes about 4 minutes to walk from the front gates of Universal Studios to the front gates of Islands of Adventure. So that's how close in proximity everything is. You can walk from all the hotels. So for example, if you're staying at the Hard Rock Hotel, it is about 5 minutes to walk from Hard Rock to the front entrance of Universal Studios. Now you don't have to walk. As I mentioned, you have the water taxis and the shuttle transportation. However, if you wanted to walk, it really is beautiful walking past from all the hotels. It's very safe. And it's nice to take that, especially in the good weather. It's really nice to take that walk along the beautiful walking path. So again, very, very easy to get around. So again, if you are doing that multi-generational trip where, you know, maybe the grandchildren are teenagers and they're old enough to be able to be let loose on their own and go to the parks. It's so close in proximity. You know, the parents or grandparents can kick back at the pool at the hotel, you know, and the teenagers can go off on their own to the parks, and you know that they're really close. It's very, very easy to get back and forth. They could really walk to the parks and then walk back to the hotels. So everything is close proximity. So very, very manageable destination. So in case you haven't heard, we are the home of Harry Potter. So we do have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in both parks. We've got Hogsmeade here in Isles of Adventure, and we also have Diagon Alley in Universal Studios. And then the two parks are connected by the Hogwarts Express, which is an amazing a train ride that connects both parks. So whether you're into Harry Potter or you're not, it truly is a fantastic experience. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment as well. So I think I'm going to leave you with the park map right now, but what I really want to reiterate is that we are a destination. We have the parks, we have the entertainment, we have the restaurants, we have the hotels. You can very easily go to Universal Orlando and make Universal your vacation. We are 20 minutes away from Walt Disney World, so if you're incorporating a trip there as well, that is also a possibility. So again, and we do have product available that can also connect the two as well. So, and Danny knows all about that. So let's move forward and we'll talk a little bit about, oh, and there it is, Hogwarts Castle. Truly amazing at Hogwarts Castle. We've got, of course, as I mentioned, we are the home of Harry Potter, and that there is Hogsmeade. And again, whether you're familiar with Harry Potter or not, Hogsmeade is truly amazing, truly authentic to the story. We collaborated with J.K. Rowling with the creation of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So everything is truly authentic. There's nothing American about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It's very British. And you're going to find all the different things that you're going to find in the movies and in the books, including, you know, Ollivander's wand shop, the Owl Post, Honeydukes, the Three Broomsticks, which is the restaurant. You're going to find it all here in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and this is Hogsmeade. And there is Hogwarts Castle, which is truly amazing, and it's an amazing experience. It's there's a great ride in there as well, but just walking through the queue line at Hogwarts Castle is an amazing experience where you're going to see Dumbledore's office, the Room of Requirements, the Hall of the Talking Portraits, which is just so spectacular to just stand there and watch the portraits talking to each other. You've got Sorting Hat, so you're really going to see everything. as you're really just going along the castle, and at the end of your walk through the castle is where you're going to get to this amazing attraction, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, an award-winning attraction, first of its kind, with state-of-the-art technology. You're going to ride along an enchanted bench above castle grounds on a thrilling adventure with Harry Potter and his friends. So does that sound good? It sounds good to me. So I love this ride. I went on it 4 times in a row once in a single line, and it was great. After that, I thought, okay, I need to sit down for a couple of minutes, but it was when it first opened, so I was pretty excited. So that's a great experience. And then this is an amazing attraction. This is Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. So if you just, if you ever Google it, go onto YouTube, but you'll find a lot of people talking about their experience on this attraction. And truly and honestly, it is the best ride ever. There are 7 launches. You go backwards at a certain section. There's a 17-foot vertical free fall drop. You really feel like you're on this experience with Hagrid. If you don't know, that's Hagrid there sitting in the front. So you're going to be on an experience with him, going through the Forbidden Forest. And you are on a roller coaster, but this ride is so smooth you actually don't even feel like you're on a roller coaster. You feel like you're on the motorbike or the sidecar, as you can see in that picture. You have 2 different options on this amazing attraction. So truly amazing. And there you go. Was voted the best new roller coaster by Theme Park Insider in 2020, and that it is, because anybody that goes on this ride gets off and says best ride ever. So definitely not to miss. And then we've got Diagon Alley. So again, all completely immersive and true to the story. I have sat there and actually watched people as they've walked into Diagon Alley, because this is what you see. This scene in the slide is exactly what you see when you first walk in. And especially if you're a Harry Potter fan, it truly, I've seen people, bring tears to their eyes, because it is just so incredibly authentic, and you really feel like you've walked into the movie. It is truly spectacular. So lots to do in Diagon Alley as well. As you can see, there's lots of the shops, again, all authentic to the story, which is truly amazing. Again, as I mentioned, a true full collaboration with J.K. Rowling with the creation of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. That's the ride there in Diagon Alley. Really technologically forward ride with physical sets, and then there's a motion-based track. So at one point, it becomes a roller coaster. So it's really kind of multi-sensory and a complete immersive experience. And of course, it all starts in the queue line. When you first walk in to Gringotts Bank, you're going to see the goblins there that are doing their work. So it is just spectacular. So definitely not to miss. And then we have the Hogwarts Express. So the Hogwarts Express is, of course, the train ride that Harry and his friends took to get from King's Cross Station into Hogsmeade Station. So, and you do have to pass through 9 3/4. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your grandkids because they'll understand. It is a special platform at King's Cross Station, and that is how you actually access the Hogwarts Express. So yes, we have recreated that, where you actually disappear into the wall and come out the other side. And so you do actually pass through 9 3/4. So must take the Hogwarts Express. Go both directions because it's a different experience. So when you're traveling from King's Cross Station to Hogsmeade, it's one experience. And then when you're going in the opposite direction, leaving King's Cross Station and leaving Hogsmeade Station and going to King's Cross Station, it is a completely different experience. So you must take both. So very, very cool. And there you can see the whole family is having a lot of fun because, as you can see, they're watching out the window, and there's a great experience happening there. And also, you'll see some cool things happening in the corridor of the train as well. So definitely not to miss. Oh, and then Danny, can I let you speak to this?
Well, it's kind of interesting because we, Deb and I, and a couple of friends went down and were just absolutely mesmerized by what we saw. You talked about authentic situation. I mean, that was just absolutely amazing. One of the stores there. Yeah, we're very high on this. So
it's amazing. Yeah, you're right there in Diagon Alley. Yeah. You're actually right close to the ride that I was just talking about. But yeah, it's some really great shops and just amazing, truly authentic, as I mentioned, to the story of Harry Potter and his friends. Whether you read the books or you watch the movies, you're gonna really love the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. All right, so now we are going to talk a little bit about Universal Studios Florida. And we're going to talk about some of the great attractions that you're going to find there. There's a park map of Universal Studios Florida, so you can see some of the names that are popping out at you. You can see Transformers. Gosh, my daughter was 4 years old when she first saw Transformers ride in 3D, and that was just amazing. She just loved it. You've got the Simpsons ride, so lots of great fun there. We have the ET Adventure. That is probably the ride that is still there from opening in 1990, and it is still the same. So, which is amazing. You've got Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, so you can see some of the great things that are popping out at you. And at the very top there of the slide, you can see the King's Cross Station and the Hogwarts Express coming into King's Cross Station. But let's talk a little bit about some of the must-see attractions with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley, as I mentioned, Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem. Does that sound fun or what? So lots of great fun with Gru and the Mischievous Minions. Transformers the ride in 3D, just amazing, very technologically advanced. Revenge of the Mummy, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocky, which is a roller coaster which you can actually pick the music you want to listen to while you're on that roller coaster. And we've got Fast and Furious Supercharged. And then we've got some epic family attractions with the Bourne Stentacular. Yes, you're following Jason Bourne throughout 3 continents. We've got the Simpsons ride, which is amazing. And that is truly amazing. You feel like you're on a roller coaster, but you actually haven't gone anywhere on that Simpsons ride. So that is really, really cool as well. Very simulated. Men in Black Alien Attack. The ET Adventure, as I mentioned, one of the original attractions. Shrek in 4D. This is great for the younger kids. It's a really great show, and as I mentioned, it's in 4D. But if you love Shrek, you're going to love that. Kind of sitting in a movie theater and watching this really great show. And Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. And this is a lot of fun. You truly are with Jimmy Fallon racing through New York City. You go to the moon and back. It is a truly amazing attraction and lots of fun. So now we're going to talk a little bit about Islands of Adventure, which is an award-winning park, as you can see, the #1 amusement park in the world for 5 years in a row. Goodness gracious, what a tremendous accolade to our team members and, of course, all the great attractions that we do have in Islands of Adventure. Oops, I'm sorry, a little bit too fast there. There's the park map of Islands of Adventure. Some things that will pop right out at you. The Hulk roller coaster, yes, goes from 0 to 42 miles per hour in 2 seconds. We've got the Cat in a Hat. A little tamer than that. So all the attractions, of course, are based on Dr. Seuss. And traditionally, of course, our kids area, I guess you would say, for the younger kids. But I can tell you, as an adult, I just love everything in Seuss Landing as well. And then you can see Hogwarts Castle there off to the distance at the top of the slide, and where we do have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade. And then we also have our Marvel superhero area, where, of course, we've got the Hulk. And we also have the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, which is truly awesome as well. It's fun things to do. So let's see some of the must-see attractions. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade, which we talked about a little bit about. The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, that's a must-see in Marvel superhero area. It is just a lot of fun, and it's 3D. And Stan Lee makes a guest appearance 4 times in The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. So you'll have to tell me yourself when you go on it, whether you could count him 4 different times. The Incredible Hulk coaster, Skull Island Reign of Kong, a truly amazing King Kong attraction, and Jurassic Park River Adventure. Some epic family attractions. We've got Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls, which is a water ride. Popeyes and Blue's Build Rat Barges, which is also another water ride. We've got the Cat in a Hat, which is, again, great for all ages. Flight of the Hippogriff, and also the Raptor Encounter, which is that last picture right there. You can see she's a little bit terrified of the raptor, but he's not going to hurt you. He's just going to have a lot of fun. Photo ops. And now talking a little bit about our water theme park, Volcano Bay. So One really cool thing about Volcano Bay is it's like no other water park. I can tell you that we really did a lot of research before we created Volcano Bay. And what do people like? What do they not like about water parks? So some of the intel that we gathered was people did not generally find water parks relaxing. So we made Volcano Bay so beautifully lush, like you feel like you're in the tropics, you feel like you're in the islands, that you're never going to want to leave. And also, too, another thing where people said that they did not like standing in long lines, so we created a virtual queue line with Volcano Bay. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to the attraction, you're going to tap in, you're going to get a wristband when you first come into Volcano Bay. You're going to tap a totem, and it's going to tell you when you're going to come back. So maybe it's going to say 30 minutes. So you have 30 minutes to go, maybe grab some lunch. You can go to Arturi Beach. See right here is a really great sand. It's a huge sand beach with a great pool here. So you could just hang out here for a while until your wristband is going to tell you when it's time to go back to the attraction. And you don't have to rush. There's no time limit to get back to your attraction as well. So, but I can tell you that just beautifully landscaped, completely lush, and you really feel like you're in the tropics. So there's some really epic attractions to enjoy. We've got the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster, which is our marquee attraction in Volcano Bay. It uses something called linear induction motor technology. And what that is magnets that actually propel you going up and down. So you actually feel like you're on a roller coaster, even though you're on a water ride. So first time it's done in the state of Florida. And then you've got some body plunges, you've got some body slides, you've got the Fearless River, which you do need to wear a life jacket on. So, and then you do have a lazy river as well. So, and then you got the oh yeah, oh no, oh yeah drop slides. You've got tube rides. So there really is something for everybody. And then you've got some really great family attractions. You got the Runamaka Reef and the Tatiki Reef. So that's for kids. And then the Tatiki Reef is for even younger kids. You've got some really other great attractions. Ohanu Ikupuana attraction. Got some of these names still get me a little bit. The Kopakawai Winding River. So that's the lazy river. And then you've got some raft rides, and you also have Waturi Beach. Those two people in that last picture there are kind of splashing around at Waturi Beach. And I can tell you that I have spent hours there just at the beach with my kids. They just love that. They didn't even have to even go on any of the water rides. So that's a great experience as well. So lots of things that you can do at Volcano Bay. There's lots of different options as well. As you can see, there's no wrestling with tubes. So technology is going to move those tubes right back up to the top of the attraction for you. There are resort-like amenities and service as well, with cabanas and also premium seating. All a close proximity. When I showed you that park map, you could see how close Volcano Bay was. And there's the one hotel that I mentioned, the Cabana Bay Beach Resort, is literally right next door to Volcano Bay. So you actually have your backdoor entrance to get right into Volcano Bay really, really quickly. And then there's that wristband that I told you about that you're going to get. That's called the Tapu Tapu wearable. So as I mentioned, you can see you're going to tap in with that wearable on the totem, and then you're ready to go. So you are in the queue line to be able to go on this great attraction. So depending on when you're traveling as well, it could happen where the attraction will say ride now. In July is the busiest time. If you're going to be there at noon in July, that's going to be busy. So, but if you're going in January, where a lot of Canadians, I've been there myself in January, a lot of Canadians won't go then you're going to be really going to see a lot of the ride now signs. And then we have our entertainment complex City Walk, which is located between both parks. As I mentioned, there's lots of great shopping, dining, nightlife as well in City Walk. So there you go. There's a great aerial shot of City Walk. So when you are staying on site at one of our hotels, you're going to be taking that water taxi that brings you along the water, and it's going to drop you off right here at the dock of City Walk. Or you might be coming from this direction if you're, depending on which hotel you're staying at. And then you're just going to get off. As I mentioned, lots of great dining is located right over here. There's a little bit over here on this side. You're just going to walk over either into Universal Studios or this way into Islands of Adventure. So very easy to navigate and get around. Yes, we do have Voodoo Donuts. You have to visit Voodoo Donuts when you are there. So we lots of great dining. As you can see, there's 12 full service venues. There's 16 quick service venues. So there's something for everybody. If you want to go have a nice sit down dinner with your family, you can do that. If you want to just grab something on the go, you can do that as well. We've got Hard Rock Live. We've got the Universal Cinemark Theater. We've got Hollywood Drive-In Golf. There's 5 nightclubs. So there's really something for all. You can do some night clubbing after the kids have gone to bed as well. So there really is something for everybody. We did just close Blue Man Group, which was at City Walk for 14 years, but stay tuned. I'm sure there'll be something fabulous announced, which is going to go in that area, which is going to, the announcement I'm sure will be soon. And we have many special events that happen at Universal Orlando throughout the year. So again, this is, all fluid. We didn't have our, as usual, Halloween Horror Nights event last year. We had a modified event. The traditional event are haunted houses, scare zones, live entertainment, and more. And it is a separately ticketed event, but definitely it is not to miss. And then we also have, of course, the holidays, which are amazing. The holidays at Universal Orlando are just spectacular. And of course, you can see the dates there that we had the holiday festivities this past year, but we've got lots of great fun stuff. We've got a parade featuring Macy's, the actual Macy's floats. We've got the nighttime show at Hogwarts Castle, where we actually have it lit up in all the different really cool Christmas light projection mapping and so forth. So there's lots of great things that happen during the holidays. We also have Grinchmas, which is a really great show. Of course, the retelling of The Grinch That Stole Christmas, and really cool. That's all free with park admission. The Grinch and Friends character breakfast. So again, lots of great stuff, which I'm sure some of this stuff we're going to be bringing back this year for the holiday season. Again, we had a little bit of a different scaled down holiday event this past year. And then we've got, as I mentioned, the really cool parade, Universal Holiday Parade featuring Macy's. Lots of great character meet and greets. That is a cool picture there of Spider-Man. This is probably taken, we've got a really cool thing called the Marvel Character Dining, which I've done myself with my kids. Highly recommend it. And you're going to have a dinner with all the Marvel characters, lots of great photo ops, lots of exclusive meet and greets, and some really fun interaction with the characters. So this is not, as I mentioned, everything is very fluid right now. And ever evolving. This is not happening right now, but of course it will at some point be back this year with the Marvel character dinner, which is really cool. Over 30 different meet and greets you can see through Universal, which is really cool. Marvel superhero and villains, Despicable Me characters, Dr. Seuss characters, DreamWorks characters. So, and again, the multiple character dining opportunities. We've got the Marvel character dining, Despicable Me character breakfast, Halloween Horror Nights, which is really cool as well. Oh gosh, that's a great dinner experience. The Grinch and Friends character breakfast. So this is something that can all be included with your vacation package when you're booking hotels, your tickets, and this can also be booked. All of these different add-ons, these dining packages and so forth can all be booked with your vacation package. So there's lots and lots of product that's available with us through Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations. We do have character photo ops right now. It's a little bit different right now, of course, with our safety protocol. The characters are actually standing on a stage. So you can actually have and it is roped off. Of course, you can't go close to them, but you can actually have your photos still taken with them in the background. So there's lots of great opportunities right now to be able to have your photos with the characters. Despicable Me character breakfast, which is a lot of fun. Not currently running right now, but this is at our Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort. So how much fun to have breakfast with the Minions, Gru, Margot, Edith, and Agnes. This is the Marvel character dinner that I was telling you about. I've done this myself. You can see all the heroes that are included: Captain America, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, and Rogue. And you get a really great dinner. And again, as I mentioned, lots of great character interaction and lots of great photo ops. So kids play areas, these are temporarily closed right now, but will be reopening at some point this year, which is great. Again, great for the little ones that are with you. So there's lots of great fun to have in all the parks, in Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, and also in Volcano Bay. So Lots of great areas. I know my son when he was young, he spent a lot of time in that first one, Curious George Goes to Town. So lots of great fun. And there it is, Curious George Goes to Town. And that's a little indoor playground actually, which is kind of cool as well. So mom and dad can have a little break there while the kids are having fun. Bishop the Olive and Camp Jurassic. This is a lot of fun. There's only one way to get in. It looks a little complicated, but there's only one way to get in and out. So unless your kids are very small and you have to kind of, be with them at all times, mom and dad can have a little break there, sitting and waiting for them while they're having a lot of fun playing. And there's the Tawtiki Reef and the Runamaka Reef. My kids have both played in there, and lots and lots of fun for the kids. And there's that, as I mentioned, the Tawtiki Reef, which is even for the younger kids. Lots of great shows and parades as well. It's not all about the rides and so forth. We have lots of great things that the family can do together as well. And look at the list, is quite endless there with all the different shows and parades that we do have. Most of these, again, are not running at the moment, but again, these will all be coming back. You can see there's lots of Harry Potter, different kinds of shows, with the Frog Choir. You've got the Tri-Wizard Spirit Rally, Ollivanders, the Nighttime Lights at Hogwarts, as I mentioned. We have a regular show, we have a dark arts show, and then we have a holidays one. So we've got three different versions of that the projection mapping off of Hogwarts Castle. We've got, the Universal's Horror Makeup Show. This is a really great 30-minute show. This is actually running right now. And then the Universal Superstar Parade, which we don't have at the moment, but will be coming back. And then, as I mentioned, we've got that the Holiday Parade, Universal Orlando Cinematic Celebration, which is a lot of fun, so celebrating all the different movies that Universal Pictures. And also Mardi Gras. We've got the Mardi Gras parade. We are celebrating Mardi Gras right now at Universal. It is a different experience. There is no Mardi Gras parade this year. However, there are some really cool festivities that are happening right now. And there are attractions for all. There it is. There you are on the ET Adventure. As I mentioned, it's the original in 1990. So that is the last original attraction. But you can see it's a really cool experience. So just to mention a little bit about a height requirement. So many of our attractions you can see there have no height requirement. The Hogwarts Express, Shrek in 4D, some really great attractions, which are really great for all ages. And then some of the ones for the younger kids you can see there. A lot of them are in Seuss Landing. And then you've got, the Kopikoi Winding River, which is in Volcano Bay. And then you've got the attractions by height. So you can see there 34 inches, 36, and then you've got 40, and then 42. So I can tell you that as I mentioned before when I started talking, my daughter was 4, going on 5 when she first went on Transformers ride in 3D. So you can see even at that tender age, 4 years old, it all depends on how tall you are, not how old you are. She was able to go on Transformers. So you can definitely, travel to Universal Orlando with those younger kids. No, they're not going to be able to go on everything, but there's a lot of great experiences to be had for those younger ages. And then as you move along, you've got the 42 inches, and then you've got 40, and moving all the way down there to 54. So the Incredible Hulk coaster. Funny enough, of course, my son is tall enough to go on the Incredible Hulk coaster. He won't go near it because he's not a ride person. My daughter would love to go on it, but she's not tall enough yet. So it always goes that way. But the Incredible Hulk coaster is an amazing experience as well. And this is a question that I get asked frequently. So with regards to rentals. So yes, you can rent strollers, wheelchairs, and ECVs in the park. So you can see there smaller or larger strollers, the wheelchairs, and also the prices for the ECVs. So when you walk into the parks, you're just going to look over to the left-hand side. You're going to see a big building there that says rentals on it. You're just going to walk in there and get your stroller that you would like for the day. Very easy to do. So let's talk a little bit about the hotels. And you've got some really great benefits at the hotels when you are staying on site. You get something called the Express Pass. So that is something that is available when you're staying at our 3 original hotels. That is something that it's great value because you are going to bypass the regular lineups in the park. So that is a really tremendous advantage for staying on site at one of our three, we call them our legacy hotels, our three original hotels, which I'll talk about in a moment. So that is probably one of the biggest benefits. Then you also have early park admission. So when you stay on site at one of our hotels, you are going to get in 1 hour early into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and also into Volcano Bay. So huge advantage as well. Then you've got priority seating as well at shows. Free merchandise delivery. So if you buy some souvenirs in the Universal store, you don't have to carry around with you. You can have it delivered right back to your hotel. Free water taxis and shuttles. CityWalk All Club access. As I mentioned, this is not one that's happening at the moment, but will come back. And resort-wide charging privileges as well with your room key. So this is the first of our three legacy hotels. Again, the three hotels that automatically include that express pass. And this is the Portofino Bay Hotel. And this is a true replica of the seaside village of Portofino, Italy. This was actually designed by Steven Spielberg, a little fun fact there. Truly, truly amazing, and truly does look like Portofino, Italy. Of course, there's no mountains, but other than that, it really looks like Portofino, Italy. And an award-winning hotel, as you can see, for 2020, voted Best Luxury Hotel. And just to show you a few other pictures there of Portofino, there are actually 3 pools at Portofino. So this is a very good choice if you are doing adults only, because there are 2 pools that you're not going to really find any kids. They're not closed off to kids, but the beach pool, which is that picture right there, that's the pool that you're going to find kids because there's amenities for kids. There's a beautiful, tranquil villa pool, which you're really not going to find the kids because there's no water slide. There's really nothing for them to do. So it's a really great choice if you want to have that option as well to be at a pool that doesn't have kids. However, we've got some really great kid suites if you are traveling with kids, as you can see in that picture right there, all themed Jurassic Park themed kid suites. And it's a completely separate room. You do walk into the parents' room, and then there's a door that goes into the kid suite. So kids absolutely love this. So definitely something to think about if you are traveling with those kids. They're just going to love sleeping in these Minion capsules. And then you've got some really great choices as well. There's a Madeira Spa at the Portofino Bay Hotel. Very spacious guest rooms. You can sleep up to 5 with the rollaway. And then lots of great dining choices. You can see that's Mama Della's, where you get that family style dinner, and you can actually have the Italian singers singing to you. And then you've got that picture right there where this is called Musica della Notte, where you actually have these Italian singers that are singing opera to you at dusk, which is just truly breathtaking. All right, so the Hard Rock Hotel is where you're going to live like a rock and roll superstar with over $1 million of authentic rock and roll memorabilia throughout the entire hotel. So Hard Rock is amazing, truly does sell itself, and which is just phenomenal. And you can see there very beautifully appointed guest rooms. You've got the kid suites as well. And then a really cool pool where you actually have underwater music, so you're not going to miss any of the music when you're swimming in the pool. Got some really great entertainment. I got something called Velvet Sessions. It's not happening right now, but which is a concert that happens in the lobby of the hotel once a month. Never know who you're going to run into at the Hard Rock Hotel, and you can actually get a guitar. You can rent a guitar. It's actually complimentary. You do have to, of course, give a security deposit, but you can rent a guitar in your guest room while you're staying, which is really cool as well. The Sound of Your Stay program. And then we have the Royal Pacific Resort. So these are the 3 hotels that I just talked about: Portofino, Hard Rock, and Royal Pacific. Those are our 3 original hotels and the hotels that include that express pass. So again, if you are traveling with several people in the party and you want that express pass, one of these hotels is the one you should definitely look at. And the Royal Pacific is the most affordable of those hotels that includes the express pass. So this is our Southern Tropical Polynesian style hotel. And some really cool pictures here. We've got, again, kid suites here based on Jurassic World. Beautifully very vibrant colors in the guest rooms. This is really cool. This is, you can see our South Seas show here where the Wantalin Luau It isn't happening right now, but again, we'll come back. And then you've got some kids play areas. You've got that cool breakfast with the minions, and lots of great dining as well at the Royal Pacific Resort. So again, our lead-in hotel that includes that express pass. And then we have the Low Sapphire Falls Resort. So this is our Caribbean-inspired hotel. So great for those, for those guests of ours that love traveling to the Caribbean. However, it's time to now go to the theme park with the kids, but you want to get that Caribbean flavor while you're staying on site. So you can see there are also kid suites. It's a nautical theme at Sapphire Falls. And then we also have something, a place called the Strongwater Tavern, which has over 100 different kinds of rum. There's even a rum expert. So yes, not to be missed in the lobby area of Sapphire Falls. Beautifully appointed guest rooms, as you can see there, real Caribbean feel to it. And then we have our 16,000 square foot luxurious landscaped pool. And this is our largest pool of all of our properties. Something really cool with this pool is that, as you can see there with the cursor, you can actually walk from one part of the pool to the other without, it's kind of you can see this woman is standing right there. It's just up to your ankles. So that's kind of cool there, where you don't have to walk all the way around the pool. You can actually kind of walk in the middle of the pool. It's kind of a cool design thing. And then you can see this is our retro hotel, the Cabana Bay Beach Resort. It's our 50s and 60s theming, and an award-winning hotel as well, best moderate budget hotel for 2020. And it's really cool. My kids love staying at Cabana Bay Beach Resort. There is abundant recreation for kids. There's two pools. So you've got this pool right here. There's not a picture of the other pool, but there's two complete separate pools. There's a lazy river. There's a bowling alley. There is lots of recreation for kids. There are 3 different room types. There is a standard room that sleeps 4. There is a family suite that sleeps up to 6. And then there's a 2-bedroom family suite that sleeps up to 8. And you get a really amazing view of Volcano Bay, the water theme park. So lots of different choices at Cabana. Great choice, great value, especially if you are traveling with families and with kids. And we have the Aventura Hotel and Universal's Aventura, and this is our very tech-savvy hotel. And Aventura is many things in the guest room you can control with the tablets that are in this guest room. So it really resonates with millennials, however, suitable for all ages. Virtual reality as well, which is a lot of fun. My son loves virtual reality, so that's a big hit for him. We also have Bar 17. So the very top, you can see right up here is Bar 17. So even if you're not staying at Aventura, you have to go to this hotel after 4 o'clock and check this out, where you can have dinner, you can have drinks, and you've got a great view of Orlando from the 17th floor. So open to anybody. Kids, there's even a kids menu, so kids are welcome as well. And then we have the Surfside Inn Suites, which is our very first value hotel. Truly amazing hotel. The guest rooms are amazing. This is our 1-bedroom family suite. You can see there's a bedroom right in there, and then there's a standard room. And the price points are amazing, starting at $131. So just amazing price points at Surfside Inn and Suites, and also the Dockside Inn and Suites, which is a sister hotel. So lots of great dining choices, great pool area, really great vibe. This is this is kind of the surf colors, very vibrant blues and so forth. And then you've got Dockside. So this is a hotel that just recently opened in December. So sister properties, again, same price point. The guest rooms, same configuration, just a different color scheme. So now you're sitting at the dock later on in the evening, at dusk, where you have more of those sunset colors with, you can see where the oranges and the reds or whatnot. So again, same configuration, same price point with the Dockside Inn Suites. So great value. So I'm going to build that ultimate vacation. We've got lots of different vacation packages as well that Danny is familiar with. One really cool one is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter exclusive vacation package. So again, lots of different packages to choose from, but this one actually comes with a special themed keepsake box with a welcome letter, a travel planning guide, a set of 3 luggage tags, and also a Hogwarts Railways lanyard for every person in the party. And you're going to also get breakfast at the 3 Broomsticks and also the Leaky Cauldron and 1 Shutterbutton Photography studio session. And you're going to see, you're going to also get a commemorative DVD photo album and 8x10 photos. So you're going to get a lot of cool stuff that's included in that as well. We have, again, so many different add-ons that can be included within your vacation package. We also have a dining plan. So we've got a full service dining plan, and then we've got a quick service dining plan, and then we have a quick service that includes a Coca-Cola Freestyle souvenir cup. So this is available at all of the parks and also in City Walk. So just to show you an example here, this is the full service dining plan. So if you purchase this for one day, you're going to get 1 table service meal, 1 quick service meal, 1 snack, and 1 non-alcoholic beverage. But you can see what is included in there. So 1 table service includes an entree, a dinner plan, dessert, dining planning dessert, and non-alcoholic beverage, and then so forth. So there's really, really great value to this. We also have our VIP experiences. So this is a 7-hour guided walking tour. You get frontline access, behind the scenes, exclusive meet and greets as well. Breakfast and lunch is included, and you also get that express pass. Again, where you're going to bypass the regular lineups. That is included for the rest of the day when you finish the tour. So this is a really great choice. It is an extra cost. This is a great choice, especially if you're just coming for the day. So this is, again, you're going to really maximize your time. You're going to be able to go on all the rides, and you're going to have a VIP guide that is so knowledgeable, and is going to be telling you all kinds of really cool, fun facts about Universal throughout the entire day. So definitely highly recommend the VIP experience again, to at least check into that. So why Universal? Well, our state-of-the-art attractions, I can tell you, are truly amazing. This is again that great Hagrid's Magical Creatures motorbike adventure. So we really are one of the leaders of technology and innovation. Amazing theme resort hotels. Again, our theming, whether you're looking for traveling, multi-generational, doing a boys weekend, a girls weekend, traveling with kids, traveling with teenagers, traveling with younger kids, we have something for everybody. Fun for all ages. As I mentioned, we've got lots of great things for those younger kids, lots of great things for teenagers, adults only. We are a playground for adults only. We have many people that come to Universal Orlando that do not have any kids with them. So again, we're a playground for all ages. All right, so I'm going to let you talk to this one here, Danny.
Well, that's sort of I think emblematic of the whole experience. We've loved it. We've been to Universal several times now, and I have to say it's etched into my memory. We've had such a good time there.
Yeah, and this is it. I mean, everybody gets the globe shot taken, so you don't have to wait for it to spin around.
Nobody else come in.
To wait, get into the shot. So it's amazing. You actually you did it really beautifully where there's nobody else in the shot as well. So.
Photoshopped out. No, not really. We were lucky.
Exactly. So that's a really great shot. So I'm going to check and see just in case there are any questions here. I'm going to quickly check in the chat box. I don't see anything in the chat box, and I'll quickly check Q&A. See here. There's a couple of questions here. I'm just going to take a look at these. Give me 1 second. Do the box. There we go. Move the box. Let's go up and read these questions. Is there any part of the facility will not be open due to COVID? So yeah, so with regards to kind of more of a capacity question, I'm going to say we are at a limited capacity right now. They don't, I could speculate. They don't tell me what that capacity number is. We have remained at the same capacity that we've opened at. Again, it's not something that they really tell the team members about. the theme parks in Orlando in Florida have been granted access to increase their capacity. However, I don't believe that any of them have at the moment. I think that just still managing, and making sure that social distancing is something that is possible. I think it's really coming down to safety versus what the legalities are and what we're permitted to do and what we're choosing to do. So again, as we move throughout the year, things will change, capacity will be increased. But until we are really at a place where we're not going to put our guests in any kind of harm's way, we're not going to move into full capacity until we're really ready. So yes, we are at a capacity. There are things that are not operating. As I mentioned, the parades aren't operating. Different kinds of the nightclubs. There are many things that we have scaled back on. We are going through Mardi Gras right now, but it looks different than it normally does. So we are definitely taking very seriously, making sure that the safety of our guests is number one. I think there's, I think my question may be answered. That was the only question I have there. So we'll just take one more peek into chat. There's nothing in the chat box. So, Danny, I'm going to let you wrap it up.
Okay. Well, Lydia, thank you very much for a fun and entertaining presentation. It brought back a lot of memories for me. We've really enjoyed our time when we were at Universal, and just have a couple of observations to make. It's a fluid situation, it's changing weekly. I personally was very happy to hear you say that the parks had the legal ability to be able to add more people, but have chosen not to. That makes me feel a whole lot better that, they're just not opening up and cramming people in. So that's very responsible, and I'm pleased to hear that. The Harry Potter, one of the things that struck me was that not every lineup, of course, is like this, but when you have a lineup, with maybe 500 or 600 people in front of you, and you're being entertained all the way through the lineup, I was very, very impressed with that. I've been in long lineups, the middle of the summer, at other places, other theme parks, and even though it moved along fairly well, you could spend 2 hours, 2.5 hours doing nothing as you shuffled forward. So I think you folks are actually innovators in that sense. There's something to see and something to do even as you're moving along the line.
The lines are always a great experience. Absolutely.
Yeah. And Portofino, we actually have stayed there twice, and I have to say it's just absolutely marvelous. The rooms are very large. They have alleyways as you walk through. It really is like a small Italian town. And we actually had an opportunity to visit the real town of Portofino back a couple of years ago, and I was just absolutely amazed at how similar real town was to this. Yeah, so I was very pleased to see that when I was actually in Portofino.
Well, I've only seen pictures of the real Portofino, so you've actually done it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I must say that I was quite amazed by that. The opera, we got to experience a female opera singer, and just sat there and enjoyed that for about a half an hour with the lagoon at our back. And of course, staying at the one of the top 3 hotels, particularly if you're going at a very busy time, that express pass is worth its weight in gold. Absolutely worth its weight in gold. We've experienced that too, where you walk along a lineup of 400 or 500 people, and I kind of almost feel guilty not walking by all these people and only waiting 5 minutes or 10 minutes at most. So that's a perk that's invaluable to stay at the.
It is. I mean, it's the way to go, because I mean, this is your vacation. So do you want to spend your time waiting in a long line, or do you want to be able to get on that ride fast? So it's definitely worth, as you mentioned, it's worth his weight.
Yeah. And water taxis, lovely walk. You mentioned that. I have to say we were fascinated with the water taxis. Very quiet ride. The walkways run right along the water, and it's marvelously landscaped, and very a lot of shade. So if you're walking there at a time when it's hot, it was just lovely. Portofino was further than some of the other hotels, but even that walkway, I don't think it was any more than 8 or 9 minutes. So
Yeah, no,
we,
it's not. Yeah, I've done it quite quickly myself. Yeah.
yeah. So those were things that really stood out for me and brought back great memories. So I have to say that I need to go back. I definitely need to go back.
Me too. I can't
So
believe it's been a year since well, I was there last in February. In February, actually, of last year was the last time I was there. So it's
well,
it's amazing.
maybe February of 2022, or maybe even the fall, depending on how things go.
Yeah, fall. I'm hoping for that one. So
Well, just a conclusion before a final thank you there, Lydia. Just wanted to mention to viewers that 6:30 next Tuesday, February the 16th, we have a presentation by Philip Solomon of Tourcan and Wendy Underwood of Prom Crew on a fantastic bucket list destination of Machu Picchu and Lima, Peru, the Sacred Valley, and the Amazon River. So be sure to tune into that if that's something that you might be interested in. Lydia, I want to thank you very much. I mean, the slides that you've chosen have been very vivid and really have aroused a strong desire for us to go back. And I certainly hope that anybody who is viewing this now or viewing it later has their interest piqued in booking a
absolutely. Yeah, well, it's a great choice for, as I mentioned,
totally agree. Totally
trip. Everybody's going to have fun. There's going to be something for everybody. So absolutely, definitely consider that and put that dream. I know we're stuck at home right now, but that's not going to last forever. So
no, that's for sure.
You can start thinking about traveling, even though we're not doing it right now. So.
That's right. Yeah, that's what these presentations are all about. So,
exactly.
Lydia,
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Bye, everyone.